I personally don't think there's a reason for people not to use AI anymore. There are certain organizations, surprisingly, that have very strict rules about no AI being used editorially for the time being, only from one content source. I think that this is going to disappear
Yeah.
incredibly fast. Like, it is not possible to consider the future without an AI tool to help editorially. And I think that there are genuinely, beyond Genie AI on our site, there are tons of tools out there that are relevant to help editorially, whether it is from a clipping side of things, from a translation side of things, from an indexing side of things. Like, it is impossible for people not to use such tools, and it is at a level where you have to understand AI is still relatively young, but it does help you with that original 80/20. You still have to have a human impact, so people should use AI to increase their own personal value by using AI in the right way, and the amount of content that you're going to be able to pull out by using AI in the right way and understanding that you still bring value on top of it is going to be fundamental for anybody working on editorial teams in the future.
I mean, and I would say one more thing on this. A lot of the hesitation are standard questions. There's like we could have an FAQ about what's the hesitation. There's hallucination. We don't want to give away our data. That kind of those kind of things, right? Which are legitimate questions, which even we as an organization had to deal with when we were first investing in AI on our own. I think with the right data sources in place, hallucinations can really be eliminated when you're working with official data sources and you limit the constraint, you constrain the bounds of what Gen AI is using to come up with the question. The accuracy is much better, but also even the foundational models are getting way better now in terms of hallucination. So the technology is going to keep improving, but we have taken that into account already, right? Like the way we designed our systems is so that there is like a check in place, a manual check or an intervention in place where you're not just using AI to automatically publish something without approval. It's to make your life easier, right? It's that the content is created for you. Now you decide whether it's work good or not and change it. So you might have gone from spending 45 minutes a day to spending 5 minutes a day. That's still a massive saving. Second thing is, data. We don't we don't want to own data. We don't want to we don't try as a business. We have always made sure that we don't capture PII. That has allowed us to be compliant across GDPR and data privacy acts, etc. That's the approach we're taking to AI as well. Everything is siloed for a specific customer's data set. There is no cross contamination between organizations. And that is something that is going to be really important, especially in our industry, where there are specific practices and privacy laws in place, where every organization is extremely, it's not, I guess they're being governed. Like if you take any European organization, they are being governed by EU law. So they have to be very careful about it. And we are designing our systems keeping that in mind. So I suppose the only way I could say to partners to get over that is actually to have a conversation, open conversation, have your concerns laid out, and make sure that the partners that they're working with, not just LiveLike, have good responses to it. But there is no reason to not adopt AI. It's just making sure that you're designing it in the right way.